Hello.
Breaking news. Breaking news
Breaking
about
news
about 60 seconds ago, I found out
that
that there's
about 10% of coffee grounds have cockroaches in them.
and is that the FDA that's allowing that or who's allowing that?
Yes, the FDA allows that average.
The FDA allows for up to 10% of coffee grounds to be insect remains.
Yeah, which can include cockroaches and other insect remains as it's considered an unavoidable defect in large-scale storage. This contamination is primarily an issue in pre-ground coffee, not whole beans.
And you have recently gotten a coffee that
Yes.
is not does not have any cockroaches in it,
Y
correct?
yes, this one is called Oh, you can't even
We
see
can't
because
see it, it's blurred.
it's blurred. Blur. It's called Danger Coffee. It is mold free. Apparently, they
Oh,
allow
there's a certain
mold.
amount of mold you can have too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Farm direct, electrolyte rich, remineralized, which
Okay.
allows for the insect free.
So you're telling me, and it's 40 bucks a bag.
This one is on sale for 26. Still a lot.
Okay, you're telling me I gotta pay 26 bucks,
Still so much
26 to
money.
40 bucks to
Yeah.
not have cockroach remains in my coffee grounds.
Yes, for some reason, well, not for some reason, pro because, so much of coffee is outsourced. But when the tariffs like skyrocketed and like the beginning of what, 2025?
Yeah.
That, yeah. Um, Coffee like double, tripled. Like our coffee used to be $8, like the Dunkin' one. Now it's 17, $18, like a little quart thing.
Wow.
Coffee is crazy.
I would never know that. The only thing that I ever make at home for coffee is K-cups in my Keurig. And
Mm.
those, I haven't noticed the price of those at Costco going up, but maybe,
Yeah, probably
I
because
don't
you're
know.
buying them wholesale too,
Yeah,
which
yeah, I buy like
helps.
80 or 120 at a time or something.
Hmm.
But that's absurd. I can't believe it costs 26 to $40 to not have cockroach and insect remains in your
Yeah.
coffee. That's
And it used to be like a big
wild.
deal. Like K cups used to be so expensive, like,
Yeah,
and now it's like
the other way around.
finding good coffee is really hard in 2026 to
I
the
would
point where I'm doing UGC collabs on coffee, so I don't have to pay for it.
We're trying to figure out how she can continue to get her coffee that doesn't have insect remains in it because I'm concerned. I'm really concerned.
Yeah.
Um,
Even my in-laws, they bought a like a whole bean like processor. So sometimes we'll just buy the whole beans and just go over to my in-laws and like
Smash
do
them
the whole,
yourself.
yeah, smash them ourselves.
Well, that's a really good idea because then you can make sure that there's no
You see the bugs.
see the bugs. That's wild. Learn something new every day. But
Yes.
let's get into it. We just had the Love is Blind wedding episode, and now this is our favorite time of the season. It's
Yes.
pre-reunion where we get to come up with better interview questions than Nick
Nick,
and what's her name?
Vanessa.
Nick
Oh
and
my God, I
Vanessa.
almost forgot it.
Because Nick and Vanessa do not be getting into it the way that we need them to.
Why
So,
are they still the hosts of Love is Blind?
as of last year, again, this is again our petition to please hire us, Netflix, at Netflix. Please bring us in for the reunion,
Please.
please.
We would
Because
do it
there's
so
things
much
that
better.
people want to know. What
Hmm.
couple do you want to start out with?
Let's start with, I think, let's start with Alex and Ashley because their wedding was probably the most interesting out of all.
It
Almost, I
was.
mean, yeah, it was pretty interesting,
It was.
unfortunately.
It unfortunately the one that I could relate to, and I know that you could relate to the most because we were texting about it, Jordan
Oh, yeah.
hyperventilating, needing a beta blocker so bad.
That's where I have a lot of tea. I have a lot of tea on their wedding day.
Okay, okay, all
Yeah.
right. Well, let's start out with Ashley and Alex. You want to do Ashley first or Alex?
Let's do Alex first.
All right, sounds good. You go first.
Okay. My question for Alex, have you ever actually lived somewhere longer than 6 months to require a lease? That's
That's a
my
good
question.
one. That's a good one. My first question, and I have a lot. Why did you show up to your wedding looking like dog shit, bro?
So he and usually does look pretty polished. He had
Dog shit.
dander all over himself.
Crumbs in the beard. Beard was not even trimmed. Suit not fitted at all. Hair not washed, not
hmm
combed. And he also looked like his complexion looked like he'd been up all night. He looked like dog shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
I have a off kilter question, kind of about Ashley. Do you watch Southern Hospitality? It's like the off show of Southern Charm.
No.
Okay, there's just this couple in Southern Hospitality that the parents of Ashley remind me so much of this couple. Like he's a lawyer and she is just attached to him, and it just reminds me so much of Ashley, of what she would become of those parents.
What's your next question for Alex?
Oh, that's all I had. That's really all I
Oh,
had for
I've got
Alex.
more.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you understand how periods work now?
I almost wrote that down. I did almost write that down.
Now that you
I didn't because
watched
I thought you would.
yourself on national TV clearly not know how a menstrual cycle works, have you educated yourself on how the menstrual cycle works?
Literally.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Then I have similar to your question. Do you currently or have you ever had a job?
Yeah, he's so unemployed. It's actually
A
crazy.
job, a job, an actual job. I know you list off a lot of jobs, but
Do
I
you
want.
have a W-2? Have you ever received
Have
a
you ever
W-2?
filed taxes? And so, especially when you start getting into a trust fund in Dubai, I would love to know if you've ever
Hannah
filed
is
taxes.
stuck. She's stuck on the safe house.
No, the safe house in Queensland,
The safe house in Queensland.
but the trust in Dubai.
She sends it to me like every few days.
Every few days, will you pop in the picture
Yes.
right now? Because sometimes I'll be going through my day and that will be the exact feeling that I have. I'm like,
In
yeah,
5 years, I see myself.
nonsense. That's such nonsense. So you're telling me that you're currently homeless and jobless, but you think in 5 years you're gonna have all of those things? Like if you were gonna have those things in 5 years, you would have to be in a really, really solid place right now.
Literally.
Like you would have to be making millions of dollars right now.
Yeah. And I will say I have watched that show, The Industry, which is all about day trading, as he loves to just toss around. And that is kind of like real estate where you can just like make a six figure in like it is kind of crazy, but I don't think that that's his like job. I don't think that's happening for him. But I know that in the big upscale trading world that does happen for them where they like it's like a real estate sale where they get these, deals and they make a ton of money in one sale, but
Mhm.
I don't think that's Alex's truth at
No,
all.
I don't think so either. And
No.
then my other question is, are your friends as horrible as you? Because they looked like they were.
Oh, absolutely.
They looked like they were every bit as horrible as you.
And his mom going, "Wow, she called you a liar."
Yeah, wow to your mom who is dressed like an early 2000s purse.
So true. That dress was crazy. My mom used to have a shirt like that dress that was like neon
I'm
green.
pretty sure I had that dress as a purse when I was 13.
Literally.
I'm pretty sure.
She
I'm pretty
definitely like
sure I
went
did.
to Goodwill and got that dress
Ma'am,
in
ma'am.
Ohio.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much it for Alex. I've got questions for Ashley. Does your mom speak? I wonder.
Exactly.
I wonder if your mom
Is she
has,
allowed to speak?
does she have a voice box? Did something happen to her tongue? Like, what's going on with that, actually?
Oh my God. My question for Ashley is, did you have a sneaky link? I've heard rumors that she had a sneaky link the whole time that she was in the house with Alex, which I would not blame her. I would hope that she's getting it from somewhere because Ashley needed to get it. She was
Yeah,
very adamant.
her level of persistent horniness, like reminded me of Casey last season. And it was
Yeah.
like, man, when you watch this back, you're gonna be so embarrassed. I hope. I hope it
Yeah.
embarrasses you because wow. Whoa. My next question is, so obviously Alex has no integrity and you call that out, but when did you realize he had no integrity? Because I feel like Ashley, and I don't like Ashley by any
No,
means.
me neither.
I have no like or warmth in my heart for her, but she fulfilled her, I will say that she fulfilled her contractual obligations very well,
Yeah.
very similar to Calibria last season. But Calibria actually really liked her,
Hmm.
so that there's a big difference there. But you did fulfill your contractual obligations very well, but I want to know when she thinks she realized that he had no integrity because I feel like you could tell that within 5 minutes of the pods. So
Yeah.
when did it hit you, girl? When did it hit you?
Yeah. It's very clear that a lot of the couples, specifically this season, stayed to stay on the show. That they were so like had conversations behind the scenes that they were going to say no. Like I've never seen so much of like even Ashley when she was like talk because usually I fast forward through a lot of the like behind the scenes wedding talk because it's just so the same monotonous. But a lot of them were saying, "Oh yeah, like I think Alex is going to say no. Like there's no way he's going to say yes." And I'm like, "Then why are we here? Why are we doing a whole wedding?"
But I do respect that though, because that is their
The
contractual
point of the
obligation.
show, right? Yeah, to
They're
get to
supposed
the
to make
yeah.
it. Now I would say, yeah, I don't think that it's the greatest idea. Like if you make it that far, I wouldn't say, oh, he's gonna say no, or I really think he's gonna say no. You've already made it that far. Just make it seem like it's a surprise at that point, you know?
Hmm.
Like put some razzle dazzle on it. But I do respect the people who like really do make it to the altar and don't break up early.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah, because
do.
like you said, it is like a contractual
That
obligation,
is
like
what they're there to do.
the
They're there
experience.
to give their answer at the altar, not at home. And of course I want to like say that barring any type of like abusive behavior. Of course, if
Of
anybody's like
course.
abusive, you should like leave them immediately that second. But if it's just like, oh, I realize this guy is disgusting or we don't get along or
Right.
something
Like
of
if we
that
had to watch
nature.
Chris get to the altar, that would have been a hard watch.
Right. But and yeah, I mean, but I do count that as a valid reason for her to immediately break it off because that was emotional abuse
Yeah. And that was like,
and like
who
tearing down of
are
her.
you?
Yeah, that
Like,
was a very
who?
much a tearing down of her that like I think that she was very valid for like immediately breaking it off, of course.
Hmm.
But outside of behaviors like that, I think you got to let it ride to the altar, honey. That's what you're there to do. That's what you're
Totally.
there to do. Okay, my next question for Ashley. The night of the mixer, how the fuck did you let this man off the hook for some chicken nuggets?
Literally. He was
Hello?
like, buffalo sauce,
10 piece
French
for
fries.
a 10 piece? Wouldn't be me, honey. Wouldn't be me. And then I have a comment for Ashley. Thank God you didn't marry Alex because your dad and Alex together in the same family would have been insufferable.
Insufferable.
Like nobody would want to be in that family. I don't,
But,
probably nobody even wants to be in the family with their dad.
oh my God, no.
Everybody
And
was just sitting there, like that interaction between her dad and Alex, like the mom, the brother, they're all just like sitting there, like, mm-hmm. Like her brother's like head down, like,
literally,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
Horrible.
The hardest thing for Ashley to probably realize in life is for her to like have a good partner, it'll probably entail going no contact with her father. So she'll probably either never have a good partner or just find another red pill man like her father. And like, but she's never gonna find the man that she's seeking if she's using the parameter of her father.
Yeah, but she did find a red pill man, and look how that turned
She
out.
did. She sure did.
Look how that turned out. No, I think it would be so hard. Luis and I were talking about this while we were coming up with the questions because Luis
Hmm.
helped me come up with my questions. Shout out to him.
Shout out,
Um,
Louise.
yeah, I love him so much. But we were talking about this, and he said that it would be really, 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 really hard for him. He doesn't know if he could marry somebody whose parent was a divorce lawyer.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
he
they're
was like,
so
I
like
don't know if I could do that.
cryptic and like negative.
Yeah, because they're always just gonna assume. I mean, and I completely understand like why a divorce lawyer would always assume the worst. Because of things they see.
Hmm.
Okay, here's like a perfect example of that. Like people like go through life and based off of what like their experiences are and what they see. Like for example, like my gynecologist, like I'm married and only have sex with one man, but she like wants to like test me for STDs every time I go because
Right,
she sees on a daily basis married women who think that they're not going to have an STD. She sees them coming in with STDs.
right.
Okay, so like
Makes
divorce lawyer, I
sense.
mean, like you go through life based on what you've seen. And
Right.
her dad has seen all day, every day, married, horrible marriages falling apart.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for Ashley and Alex. Who do you want to do next?
Oh, Brittany and Devonte for sure.
Girl, yes. Yes, you start.
Brittany, Devonte said you were willing to marry anyone just to be married. Do you agree? I
Uh,
think she would
she
not agree, but I think the answer is yes.
she would not agree, but the answer is yes because she was ready to marry him. And
Literally,
that uh-uh. Uh-uh.
like the desperation was like almost like, are you okay? Like,
It
go
was
right.
really hard to watch that.
Yeah.
And because I think she's the prettiest girl this season.
Oh yeah, she's
I
really
think she's the
beautiful.
prettiest girl this season.
Like
And
effortlessly beautiful
yeah,
too. She just has lashes
naturally,
on. Like that's
like,
it.
has a beautiful home, has a great career,
Mhm.
also has like hobbies. And she had so much like love to give.
Right.
And so it was really hard to be seeing her going through that.
Well, and this goes
Straight
back to
delusion.
what we talk about, that like being in a patriarchal society, the greatest thing that you can do is marriage.
Decent.
Yeah.
But in Patreon, yeah, the greatest thing you can do is, but in the real world, the greatest thing
Hmm.
you can do as a woman is to decenter men from your life. And
Oh, yeah. Yes.
that doesn't mean that you don't love and respect men. That doesn't mean that you don't get married. That doesn't mean
Yes.
any of that, but it just means that you decenter men, literally. Like
Yeah.
they're not the center of your complete universe. You
Yeah.
have other things, you have your own independent opinions. And of
Right.
course, like, yeah, if you agree with things with your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance or a man, great. Great. That's
Right.
allowed. Like it's completely allowed to like agree with men on some points or see their perspective, but just not like they're just not the center of your universe. Like if you want to be a happy woman, in my opinion,
Hmm.
you gotta decenter men.
Literally. No, I agree. And I think that's like well, I think for a lot of like us, like living in a patriarchy, that's like our life's mission. 'Cause like I can remember like in my life when I finally started to decenter men, like I feel like every woman probably has a
Mhm.
timeline where they were like, okay, this is not the center of my world. Like the center of my world is me, and then everything that's like branched around me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
hopefully that's what she comes with. I don't think she's gonna come with that, but hopefully she comes with
But
that.
Brittany would be unstoppable if she decentered men.
Yeah,
And
she's
I can
like
almost guarantee she would find a great man if she decentered men.
the
That's
best man.
honestly the thing about decentering men is when you do decenter men, those are your highest chances of finding a good man.
The best, yeah, because they agree with you. They're like, I
They agree
don't
with you.
want you to have me as number one. Like, I want you to have, like, the best thing you can find in a man is when they do not want you to be their number one priority. They
Hmm.
want you to be yourself and have fun, and they also can compliment women. They're not like, oh, everybody's crazy. Like
Yeah.
these are all little red flags that we have normalized that are not
Yeah.
normal.
Oh yeah. And another big thing too is like about a good man is that he will be able to like look back and say like, you know what? I didn't treat some of my exes good, or there's been women in the
Exactly.
past that I didn't treat very good. Like I wasn't, instead, but like when you have those like not good men, they're always saying like, oh, all of my exes are crazy. Everybody's against me. It's always somebody else. But like, yeah, a good man will be able to say like, no, I've fucked up. I've
Yeah.
ghosted some girls. I've hurt some girls' feelings. It wasn't right. I don't feel good about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
My
A
question for Brittany, I
person.
have three. Did you ever have sex? I'm just curious
Ooh, that's a good question.
because the way he kissed her was not giving
Yeah.
her banging, you know? It didn't give that.
I feel like he probably wouldn't. I'm sure that she probably tried, but he probably was like, no, no,
Yeah.
thank you.
No, thank you. And then I want to know, but we kind of talked about it, but I would like to know how she felt watching it back. Like
Apparently she dropped a
how,
statement. She did drop a statement.
oh, what is it?
I will find it.
Oh,
Hold
let's
on.
find it.
Yeah, let me find it really quick.
My third, my third and
Yes.
final question for Miss Brittany is, do you own a mirror? Or I like, how's your eyesight?
Literally.
Like, when's the last time you had them eyeballs checked, girl? When's the last time you got your contact prescription updated? Like, can you see?
Like, are you okay?
You have a mirror?
You're stunning and
You
beautiful.
are a 10 out of 10, and he is maybe a 2.
He's so mid, it's actually
Remember
painful.
at the where they first saw each other for the first time, and she was like, he's so sweaty. And then she was also like, well, we're all gonna get fat someday. Like
Right?
she
Yeah,
didn't
she's like,
like
he's
him.
not my traditional type.
She didn't like him, and I wish she would
No.
have leaned into that, but she leaned out of that so hard. She didn't even like him,
Yeah.
and she leaned out so hard. I'm like, just lean into it, get through the 18 days or whatever,
Yeah.
and call it good. But something happened to her. Okay, what's her statement? Did you find it?
Okay, yes. Her statement says, reflecting back on the last year, I can clearly see what the world is witnessing that I couldn't fully see, slash choose to not accept in the moment. It's not enjoyable to watch myself accept a love less than deserving. Hindsight is 2020. Y'all, I wanted to reach through the TV and slap myself. Thank God for growth. Just remember, you're only seeing a small part of the relationship we built, and one that I was continually asked to be patient and have trust in. I had my reservations, and now I've learned to always trust my gut and someone's actions over their words. I appreciate all the love and support through this journey. I have no regrets that I chose to show grace, love, and patience to a man that was grieving. I chose to be a reflection of how Christ's love and unconditional love. Call me naive, desperate, or delulu, but I did something brave and took a risk on love. What can I say? Love is blind. Delulu.
We're gonna keep calling you Delulu. Yeah, yeah. We will. I do feel free to continue to call you delusional,
She
Brittany.
was so close, and then it was like,
But
then you're not.
I am telling you, if you can decenter men, or if you have learned how to do that in the past year, I think that you're gonna go so far. And I'm like really, really like excited for you if you can do that. Because
Yeah. Become friends with Christine. Christine is such a good representation of like decentering man, but having a great man and like also
exactly.
religious. Like she's all
Yeah,
of the things that Brittany like is trying
yeah.
to emulate, you
And that's
know?
the thing too that I want people to know is like you can be a Christian and decenter men.
Yeah, and I think that's where she's struggling. Like the religious slash patriarchy,
Yeah.
like she's struggling for sure.
Yeah. I mean, even I think
For
I'm
sure.
pretty sure that there's something in the Bible that says not to follow men.
Yeah, follow
Um,
me, right? Follow
yeah,
Christ, not
follow me, not men. Like he even Jesus himself was like, don't follow men.
follow them. Follow
Don't follow
me.
them. Get in line, sisters. Oh, those were good. Okay, who do you want to do next? Oh,
Um,
no, 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 we didn't do Devontae.
oh, Devonte. Devonte. My question for Devonte is why did you drag Brittany along? Very open-ended. But I feel like he could have very quickly just like been way more honest than he was. Although
Yeah.
was he being honest? Yes.
And
But
the thing about it is too is like drag along and then make you made it all the way to your wedding day, but then you don't give us the wedding. Like that
uh,
sucks.
annoying.
I think
Yeah,
that's
very
annoying.
annoying.
My question, I have the same question for Devontae that I have for Brittany. Do you own a mirror? Do you know what
Literally.
you look like? I'm wondering. Perhaps. And then my second question for him is why were you worried about a prenup when you drive a Honda Civic?
They did that so intentionally too. They're like, and this is his car.
Yeah, you're like, I can't get married without a prenup. Let me drive driving off in my Honda Civic. No shade to Honda Civics by any means,
Yeah,
but
no.
I'm just saying. the population that drives them is probably not in prenup territory.
Yeah, like, and isn't he just like a real estate agent? Like, respectfully?
I think real estate or something. I don't know. I'm so like bad about jobs and careers. If they are not in healthcare, I don't understand what they do. Like sales manager, what is that? I don't know what
Yeah.
that is.
You literally don't make money unless you're making commission, which to me is just like ridiculous. Like, how can you be in sales in this economy? How?
I know what people that work in healthcare do, and I know what teachers do,
Hmm.
and I know what lawyers do. And
Yeah,
that's really like about it. Like even literally, even graphic designers, I don't really know like what they do for like 8 hours a day. Like
literally, yeah.
I don't know.
It's crazy. A
I
lot of
couldn't tell you.
designing, a lot of editing, and like the most minute, like you're like, wow, this is
Right.
so dumb. Why am I doing
Yeah.
this?
And what couple do you want to do next?
Let's do Amber and Jordan.
Okay, Amber and Jordan. And you have tea. Do you want to tell your tea before or after?
Yes, so remember how I said in the kind of like little notes that were gifted to us from Ricky, who does all of her
Yep.
like yeah. So she said a couple agreed to say no, but then one said yes, and then a couple had an annulment after 3 months.
Okay.
That was Amber and Jordan.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I can see it. I can
Yeah.
see it. Um, yeah, I mean, I did predict them as one of the couples to get married.
Yeah.
I think we both equally predicted Christina and Vic and Amber and Jordan as who was going to get married. But
Hmm.
I mean, I can see it because the comments he was making about wanting to be in Columbus, and
The nightlife
you're
of
not going to
Columbus.
uproot a child of that age so
Mm-mm.
that you can live in Columbus. That was kind of ridiculous. Um, and then just how fucking worked up he was that
He
day.
was so nervous, like panic
Unnatural.
attack nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that was like beyond. I understand getting nervous. Now, to be honest, on my wedding day, I wasn't nervous at all.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
same. I was
know.
like completely at peace.
I don't know if that had anything to do with the fact that we didn't have a wedding or if it was, I don't know why it was. I don't think that that's why it was. But yeah, there were no nerves there, but he was so nervous.
Yeah, no, it was like I was like, he needs beta blockers. I
No,
texted
we were
Hannah.
texting about it. So, okay. So they got an annulment after 3 months. How long do you have to annul a marriage?
I think 72 days, honestly,
Okay.
or something. Yeah, I think they were like, right. I'm really, really, really interested to see how their whole interview, or not interview, reunion interaction goes, because from what I've heard, like they did not show like their actual relationship. Like there was a lot of fighting and a lot of
Well, I'm
animosity.
interested to see it too because if I can tell you something I think that I know about Amber, is that if he did one singular thing to piss her off, she's gonna hate his guts forever. I
Yeah,
feel like when I like watch Amber, I literally feel like I'm watching myself.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, I literally feel like I'm watching myself. Like I knew that if he said no at the altar, even though she said, "Oh, you can say no, I understand." If that man said no at the altar, that would have been the last time he saw them titties.
Oh yeah, literally.
Last time.
Well, and
Okay.
like my question to Amber is like, do you regret bringing your daughter like onto film? Because she looked so unhappy, uncomfortable, like the body language of her, like even when she was like watching them, like she was like, "Oh no." And like she was not happy. And
Probably because I mean, if that was the, I mean, if they had agreed to say no, then probably her mom had told her.
yeah,
And so then she's probably very confused. I don't know. But I got questions for Amber. What
yeah.
kind of MP are you? Because they never specified and it's giving aesthetics. I think that she like does Botox.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
Um, I
I can
mean,
look.
yeah, like what kind of
Let's see what
NP
kind
are
of she.
you?
What kind
And
of?
are your boobs real?
No way. No
I'm
way.
curious. Are they?
There's, I don't know. Oh, pediatrics, primary care. Wait, this is listing a lot of things.
There's so many different kinds. Like there's family medicine, there's peds, there's NICU, there's psych, there's geriatrics, there's acute care. Like I just want to know what she actually does.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to Reddit.
Maybe Reddit knows.
Maybe. Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't
I
know.
wish she
Nobody
would have
knows.
said because I'm
Yeah, it
just
would be
curious.
interesting. You're right. Because it does, like, where is your, like, specialty in life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to know what kind of MP she is. I'm guessing aesthetics. And then are your boobs real? Because I'm curious. And then I also wanted to know, were you actually mad the night of the mixer or were you just drunk?
Hmm.
Because their mixer disagreement did not give actual
No. I feel like she
anger.
was just drunk for sure.
I think she was just drunk. And then I want to give Amber kudos, big, humongous kudos for being the only woman to treat Chris the way he deserved to be treated.
Yes, thank God for Amber in that
The one
situation.
and only woman who treated Chris the way he deserved. Not entertaining, not
No,
listening, letting him know
he's a
that he's a
loser.
Keebler elf, and then
Yes.
hanging out with your friend and building up your friend, your girl.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's weird when short guys are like, I love dating women that are 5'10". Like, why? Like, I just think that's weird. Like, okay, cool.
Okay. Jordan, do you have any questions for Jordan?
I would love to know why he was so nervous. Like, and is he interested in anxiety medication?
My questions for Jordan is I want to know, do you have a job? Because he was also giving hobo, but he was giving like jolly
Jolly.
hobo,
Like house husband. He was like, I'm happy to be a house
which
husband.
is considerably different than like
Mad.
Alex. Like
Yes.
even though I think that Jordan and Alex both are unemployed
Oh,
probably,
thank you.
um just Jordan's way of potentially being unemployed was just so much easier to stomach.
Literally. Well, and I think I did kind of resonate because I have been to Columbus for like the Arnolds and stuff. Yeah, no, there's really nothing to do in Columbus, so I really don't blame him in that aspect. But I don't really know what Mount Vernon is either, so
It's probably I'm guessing a really small town, kind of rural area. And I can see it from both sides. You know, I can see him not wanting to be out of the city, but for
absolutely.
Amber, I just don't feel like it's an option because
Mm-mm.
sharing custody, she obviously shares custody with Emma's dad and
Right.
Emma's school, and it just, you know, I'm sure that obviously Amber could get a job in Columbus, but, you know, she also brought up the point of like how cheap her house payment was and
Hmm.
how affordable and everything like that, and not, and how she'd made that like her and Emma's home and not wanting to give that up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's hard. I can see definitely. I think she has more reasons not to leave Mount Vernon than he has not to leave Columbus, though.
Yeah. And I almost wonder with Jordan if there's like a more depth issue that he's struggling with because he even said in his like pre-interviews that he didn't want to have children, but he seems to be very much like a house husband. So like maybe there's some kind of emotional block that's like making him not want to like clock in and be a full caregiver,
Hmm.
whether that be not wanting to do it for someone else's child, not feeling, or maybe feeling like he'll completely lose his identity. Because, like, his personality, like, I resonate with, like, if I'm free, I'm fully free. But if I'm a caregiver, I'm fully a caregiver. Like, everything with me is very black and white. So maybe he doesn't know how to balance that within himself, is what
Yeah.
I assume.
And as far as like how a lot of people say like if you have children you shouldn't come on Love is Blind. I don't think that I agree with that. Maybe I did last season. I can't remember. I as far as this season, I trust Amber's judgment.
Yeah.
Amber has obviously I feel like she has good judgment. I feel like she wouldn't put her daughter in any danger. Now, do I think that there are definitely potential situations where kids could get exposed to some adults that are like not
Hmm.
great? Yeah, and I don't like that at all. But for this season, I think that the woman that came on with the kid had good enough judgment to not, you know, make sure
Right.
the
Well, and
child was safe.
exactly. And last season we got Jordan,
Hmm.
and he had a really
He had
interesting
good
he
judgment.
he had
Yeah.
good judgment, and I think it creates a very real dynamic that people that are younger that have children are dealing with in the dating
Yeah.
world. I think it's very real, and
Yeah.
it also brings a very true element to the seriousness of marriage,
Right. Another thing
right?
too that I feel strongly about is like, okay, so I understand that, Emma didn't meet Jordan or, that if there are kids involved, I understand they don't meet them until very long in the process. But this is the thing. There's no law or rule saying that, like, if they do decide to get married at the altar on Love is Blind, there's no rule or law saying that they have to live together immediately. Like,
Right.
you could get married for the show for that with that person and
Hmm.
then continue to live apart until your child was comfortable
Yes, I
until
agree.
your child
Yeah.
got to know that person. So that's why I don't think that it should be like an automatic never should people with children be allowed to be on the show. Because I think that there are single parents out there that have obviously there's a lot that have bad judgment, but I think that there's a number that have really good judgment and obviously like aren't trying to do anything to compromise the safety or happiness of their kid.
Right.
If anything, I feel like Jordan wanted a more enriching life for his son, and I feel
Hmm.
like Amber wanted a better life for her daughter, and as well as like another thing too with both of those situations, the other parent was very much in the picture. So Jordan's son
Right.
had a mom. This was going to be a bonus mom,
Hmm.
and Emma had a very active dad. This was going to be a bonus dad. So I think that
Right.
changes the dynamic as well whenever it's not like, oh, you're not expecting this person to step into the role of mom or dad.
Hmm.
They're like bonus dad or bonus mom. But yeah, there's nothing that says that they have to immediately start living together. I honestly like I wouldn't have been surprised at all if we found that Amber and Jordan didn't live together after they got married. That
Yeah.
wouldn't shock me at all because
No.
I do not think that Amber's the kind of person who would spring such a sudden thing on her daughter.
Yeah, and even she said like I understand. Like I understand if it's a no. I think the only spot that I think Amber would be getting a lot less flack if she would have not had her daughter filmed. I think that's where she's getting a lot of flack right now because with Jordan, like we could kind of only imagine the son's opinions and thoughts, but as soon as you put a camera on a little person, like we've talked about, they can't consent because they're a little person. So I think that it would have been a lot smarter on her part, and I don't judge, like if you want to, you want to. That's your own POV. But I think have her on social media, but probably don't have her on the show because you don't know what kind. She could have been in a bad mood because she wanted McDonald's before Phil. She could have been in a bad mood because she didn't get to wear the sparkly shoes she wanted to wear. Like you just don't know. Like kids they change their mind every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
think having her filmed was a mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I think that is something really hard for me personally to speak on because I've never been in that situation. I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't To me, I think having her filmed was coming from a place of wanting her to feel really involved
Yeah, for
and
sure.
really like
And it came
there with
across that way. I
there
think
with her
so.
mom. But I mean, yeah, I can see also the part of it where yeah, she's too young to really consent to that.
Yeah, yeah. And it read kind of like the vibes were just kind of off. Even like were you kind of surprised by how big of a reaction Amber's family had when he said yes?
I was surprised at the comment her brother made before walking down the aisle. That
Yeah.
was wild.
That made me feel like maybe it was an agreement of like saying no because he was like, yeah, I don't see this.
That made me nervous. Like a couple weeks ago, or the last time that we filmed, I was like dead set,
Me
very
too.
confident in Amber and Jordan. And
Me
then the
too.
way that Jordan was acting, and then the what comment that her brother made, and the way that Jordan was talking to his sisters gave me
Yeah.
doubts. Like I was nervous
Yeah.
for their. They're the only couple that I was like nervous. I was like on the edge of my seat for their
I
reaction.
was too. Yeah, no, I felt like, and this is where I get really annoyed with production because I'm like, can you just like film the show and stop like manipulating so much of it? Like, can we just like
They
actually
can't.
watch?
No,
They
they can't.
can't. They
They
can't. They
can't.
cannot.
It's their
It's
job.
the producers. I've never seen overproduce a show more than maybe America's Next Top Model. That show is really overproduced.
But comment to Jordan, you needed a beta blocker on your wedding day.
Yes, you did. I wanted to give him a propranolol so bad.
You were losing your shit.
Or like a weed pen or something. Like you needed a
What state
drink,
are
a
they in?
beer.
What state are they? Ohio? Is it
Ohio,
legal? Is it
yeah, it's
legal?
legal. That used to
Jordan.
be like our first date to get legal patients.
Jordan, what were you doing?
You
You
needed a gummy,
needed something. Something, sir.
something.
Okay, who's
Anyways,
next?
who is next? Okay, we have my list. Vic and oh, we could do Emma and Mike. We can say Vic and
Okay, let's do
Christine
Emma
first.
and Mike.
Emma and Mike.
Okay. What's your question for Emma?
Like, why say yes if you still don't know if you want to have children? I was just confused by that. Like, when she was like, I guess it's a big enough deal to him to say no. Like, why is it a big enough deal to you to say no?
I don't think they should have ever gotten engaged. That,
No,
and we've
such an
said that from the
odd
beginning.
couple.
That is one thing, like, kids is one thing that you have to agree with your spouse on, in my
You have
opinion.
to.
Like, I feel like I think you can get away with being mismatched in a variety of ways. I think you can be in mismatched religions,
Mm-hmm.
beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can be, to a certain extent, mismatched on politics.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, you cannot be misaligned with kids.
No, because it's a I actually really enjoyed Mike. Like I enjoyed his family. I thought he was like a cool guy. I wish I could have seen him in like a better match than what he ended up with because like
Yeah,
someone that wanted kids, it would have been really
my
cool to watch
thing,
him.
I only have one question for Mike. This is the only thing that came up for me because I do think that Mike appears to be a decent guy,
Yeah.
but and I think that it was probably editing that made it seem like all he cared, like he needed a kid, he needed a baby, he needed a baby, he needed a baby.
Yeah.
I think it was a combination of editing and his Italian family that made it
Hmm.
feel that way. But I do have a question for him. My question is, do you want a wife that you love enough to want to build a family with, or do you just want a family? I would like to know the differentiation there. Like,
Yeah.
do you want somebody that you're so in love with and so obsessed with and so committed to that you want to spread that love into
Hmm.
children with that person? Or do you just want a family period regardless?
Yeah. Honestly, he would have been a great match with Brittany because they just wanted to get married. They're Catholic, they want kids. Brittany and Mike, there you go.
I think that Mike's family would have loved Brittany.
Oh my God. She is oh my God, we just made a match. The
Yeah.
literal perfect
I have
match.
another potential match whenever we get to Connor and Bree.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have one I think would be really good. But my question for Emma, so that's my only question for Mike. It's like, do you want a wife that you love
Hmm.
so much that you want to spread that love by having a family, or do you just want a family? And then
Yeah.
for Emma, I want to know two things. Did you even care who you left with as long as you left with someone? Because that's what it
Yeah.
was giving. Because she just went through guys in the pods until she found one that stuck, and then it was like, okay. And
Hmm.
then how did you feel when Mike's mom was going on and on about the marinara sauce? I want to know what you were thinking when she was going on about the sauce and the gravy.
Oh
And
my God.
Mike's dad's there with the quarter zip and his chest hair is all out. And the sisters are talking about how they need the cousins for a sleepover and stuff. Like, I just want to know how she felt.
That is so real too to like the Italian culture. Like they remind me so much of like well my stepdad is like he came to from Italy when he was like 20, so he still has like the really thick Italian accent, but they are like the epitome of like what it's like. But I think your question to Mike is so real to the culture, the Italian culture. It's like just same with Brittany, how it was like Devonte said you were willing to marry anyone just to be married. I think the culture is so enmeshed with like the patriarchy that it's like it's the goal. It is
Mhm.
the figurehead of their life is to
Mhm.
have a marriage and a family,
Mhm.
regardless of who it is.
Yeah, and that's wild.
That's Catholicism.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but it works for some people, I suppose.
It does. And I mean, we saw truly beautiful marriages in Mike's family. Him and his parents were an amazing couple. Like the
Mhm.
way his dad was like the emotional one and his mom was like the figurehead.
Yeah,
And same with Brittany. Brittany's parents were a beautiful couple.
beautiful.
Like, and I understand why they want that for their children when they have
Yeah.
that kind of marriage, but like we need to set the bar higher for our self-worth, guys.
Side note, too, so many of these families, I can't remember if we talked about this last time or not, but so many of these families said, there's no divorce. We don't believe in divorce, which I get it, very Midwestern vibes.
Right.
But we all need to take a moment and acknowledge that divorce exists
It's
and
real.
it's legal and it's real and it
Hmm.
exists and it's real for a reason. If there was no need
Yes.
for it, it wouldn't be available. Like
Hmm.
there is times and situations that you need to get a divorce.
Yeah, we
And it's
got to
okay if
stop
you
with
do
the
that.
anti-divorce rhetoric. No.
We gotta stop with that. It's there for a reason.
Proudly divorced at 25.
Never divorced, but a heavy believer in it. Um,
And Ashley's dad is available for retainer.
yeah, exactly. You can have Ashley's dad be your divorce attorney. Yikes. Oh, yikes. Okay, do you want to do Vic and Christine or do you want to do Connor and Bree?
Let's save Vic and Christine for last because they're so
Okay.
precious.
Okay. What questions do you have for Bree?
Do you know how to talk without insulting people?
That's a valid one. That is a valid one. That is
Jeez, that was
valid.
hard to listen to. Like, gosh, I cannot stand when people communicate like that too, because I'm like, do you hate me? No, you love me. You don't hate me. You do hate me. I'm like, I'm confused.
Yeah. My question for Bree, why did you talk to Chris for so long at the mixer?
Ew.
Girl, why did you do that?
Why did you listen to that?
Just
Like, ugh,
walk away, or start berating him like Amber. Those are the only two options. You can berate him or walk away from him. You didn't do either one.
truly.
And then I want to know, have you ever hooked up with Chris, specifically at the Four Seasons?
Did you guys get dinner? Somebody hooked up with somebody for sure, and I bet it was Brie and Chris.
Ugh.
Ew, and he's so short on top of her. Sorry.
He's
Just their selfies, and she loves to wear like heels, and like it just looks like mommy's taking son to school because he wears his little sweater vest, and she's like dressed like a businesswoman. Like, please, ugh,
Yeah. And then my comment for Brie, I don't, those are the only two questions I have, but I have a comment. Please shut up.
please.
Please.
And we believe in women's rights
And wrongs.
and
And
wrongs,
wrongs.
but please,
Take like a breath in between.
literally.
Or
Also,
like
what is your best self? That's
take a short pause in between your
Hmm.
thoughts. She never stops talking, ever at all.
No, and her mom was like literally her in like 20 years. They were like doppelgangers, twins.
Yeah. Okay. Then for Connor. First, I have a comment about Connor.
Hmm.
He, in my opinion, he did not live in a frat house environment. He lived in
Hmm.
a bachelor type of environment. Big
Hmm.
difference, Bree. Huge difference. I don't think you've ever seen a frat house versus a bachelor's house before because she kept saying like that he lived in a frat house. No, that was not frat house like. That was just a single man environment.
Hmm.
And then my question for Connor is, um, Did you have any connection with Jess in the pods? Because I think that Jess
Hmm.
and Connor could have made it happen.
Oh, that's such a good match. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they had any connection in the pods. And then also I want to know, have you replaced the lock on your door? Like, does your door lock now?
Yes, it
I'm
would.
just curious. And then since being on the show, have you been hit up by a lot of women on social media?
Oh my God, because he d is amazing and just does regular man things. So he's
He's
the
very
most
average.
astonishing.
He's very average, but he got so romanticized for some reason. I don't know how.
That's all
It's
you
not
gotta
that I don't
do.
like him. It's not that I don't
Midwest.
like him. I've got absolutely no beef or negativity with Connor. It's just like, why are we so obsessed with him?
I'm like scared for like single women dating right now. Like it's scary. Like, are you guys like okay?
They're not.
Like there's just truly there is no way that I could see myself being with a man after my husband. Like I would have to be a lesbian, fully commit
Have to be.
to the women. If something, God forbid, that's my commitment is to the women.
I've said that for
Yeah.
a long time. There's no way.
I was always kind of on the fence, but now,
There's no other man out there that I can make it happen with.
no, oh my God. And I just
Period.
don't even want to. Like, I don't want to have to do the like petting of your ego and just the ugh, as if. Let's
Yeah.
let's contribute to the male loneliness epidemic. I'm ready. Stay
Right.
lonely. Be lonelier.
I'm busy keeping the birth rate down.
Exactly.
You work on male loneliness epidemic and I'll keep working on keeping the birth rate down.
Oh my word.
Did you have any questions for Connor?
Um, honestly, no.
Okay.
Are you happy to be infantilized for being average? How does that make you feel?
I don't know how you feel. Okay, Christine and Vic. Okay, yeah, what questions do you have for them? The
Vic,
sweetest couple.
the sweetest couple. I want to know what's in the box.
Y-
What's in the
Nudes.
box?
Nudes.
Some
Obviously nudes.
toys.
That's a great question. I love that question. I didn't even think of that. I love that. My question I have a few questions for Christine. Did
Mm,
you and Vic have any arguments or fights that weren't shown?
what was your life? It's
Because
like it
they
was all not
only
shown.
showed like the most beautiful, loving, open-minded, like loving each other, being considerate of one another
Yeah.
moments. They only showed absolutely beautiful moments. So I just want to know, did you have any not beautiful moments?
I feel like we truly got robbed of like we didn't even get to see them like living together. Like
Yeah,
we only saw them out. We
we
never
needed
saw
more
them
Vic and
like
Christine and producers at Netflix again. I'm tagging you.
yeah.
We want to see the one stable, happy, loving,
Yes.
amazing couple. We want to see them. We want to see modern day success, modern day
Yes.
love. Let us,
I got to
the
see
other five
everybody else's
couples,
daily life,
if the
not
other five
theirs.
couples can fall apart, we don't care. Show us, we'll watch that too. But like, show us when you get something like positive, when you get a golden nugget on the show,
Hmm.
let us
Yeah.
have it.
They deserved like I mean their wedding was a great length, but they deserved way more in the show. Like I wanted to see like their mornings together. I
Yeah, how
wanted
are
to
you making
see
it work? Because this is a
yeah.
weird situation. How are you guys making it work? Like, I I mean, like, who knows? I mean, we're both married, but like, maybe if they gave them more screen time, maybe there's something that we could have like gleaned from their relationship to like implement in our relationships because they're so
Right.
naturally good together. You know what I mean? Like, I would have loved to seen Vic and Christina
Totally.
maybe learn something from them because they're
Yeah,
both
like
like
how they
so
show
intelligent.
up for each other. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know. I'm very disappointed in that. And this is where I enjoy what's it called? Married at First Sight. I enjoy Married at First Sight because they do a lot of that. You get a lot of like upper camera daily life, watching a lot of daily life. I think that Netflix is so distracted by the production of it all, like the events and things that we're missing so much real relationship like guts, like what makes a relationship, you know? And they're talking about it, but we're not seeing it. And they're missing the mark. And to like keep the longevity of the show, I think they have to like switch it up. They got to go back to the goods. They did a little bit better with like breaking the fourth wall, you know, in the pods and stuff, but they got to show like more daily life. Like we
Mm-hmm.
got like nothing this season. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think part of that, I think there were barriers to that because of it being throughout the whole state instead of just from a certain
True.
city. So these people were from kind of like all over
You're right.
potentially. And so maybe there wasn't as much of that to show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have been one reason why. My other question for Christine
Probably right.
is, did not meeting Vic's mom until the wedding day make you feel weird?
Hmm. Good question.
You know?
I
What
would
do you
feel
think?
weird
Yeah, I would feel really weird if that was
not
like,
knowing someone's mom.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would. And then I want to know, did the other girls come to you for advice often?
Ooh, yeah. What was that group chat
Because they
like?
should have.
Truly.
They needed to.
I know the conversations of the last date, like that they were having, and then compared to Vic and Christine, like the way that they were communicating was just like, I
Yeah,
love it. Just the way they talk, like, and the love, it just gave me goosebumps. Like,
absolutely. For
love.
what questions do you have for Vic?
Oh, so many. I am interested in, I would like to know what does like religion and leading your spouse look like in your marriage? Because although they are both religious, they seem very modernized and very like I would just like to know like what it looks like in their relationship.
Hmm.
Like how do you have like a faith-based relationship while still being so both career driven, you know?
Yeah, great question. Great question. I would like to know from Vic, how did they present to you the idea of going to Malibu instead of Cabo, and are you happy you went to Malibu?
Oh, yeah. I bet
Like,
they
how did
are.
they bring that up?
Yeah. That wouldn't piss me off, dude. I would have been a brat about that. It would have taken Mexico for me and said, no, like you can go to Malibu. I mean, Malibu's great, but like I
Yeah,
want
it
to go
is,
to
but it's somewhere that
Mexico.
you can, yeah, Malibu is really great, but it's somewhere that you can go independently.
Yeah, like I want to go to an
To the
all-inclusive
resort.
resort.
Take me to the
The fu-
resort.
I did it. I did my job. I got my spouse. I did the thing. Now I get to go on vacation. Find the budget. We don't need all of these licensed music songs. Why don't you save that budget so that your cast, your talent can go on vacation? He's
Hmm.
a professor. Let him go on vacation. He gets no vacation time, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I want to, so like that's our what we would ask if we were doing the reunion. I hope that you guys think that we would be better than Nick and Vanessa because we would be.
We would be.
We would absolutely be, and we will continue to petition for that role. I strongly feel like for this show to stay alive, that they are gonna have to start doing it live.
They
They're
try.
gonna have to
Remember
start.
when they tried and it was such a flop?
No, I don't remember them doing it live.
They tried to do it live, not last season, but the season before. And I remember
No,
sitting
not the
on,
reunion. The
oh, okay.
show. The
Oh,
show. You're gonna have to do
yes,
it
you're
live
so right because
if
they're
you want this
just
to stay alive because the
spoiling.
spoilers are too rampant.
Yeah,
We, as soon as you drop the cast,
we know
their
everything.
their current girlfriends are on their social media, and it ain't nobody from the cast of Love is Blind.
Right.
Um, People can look up annulments. You got to do this show live. You got to do it live.
Speaking of, rumors are suggesting that season 11 will be set in Boston. That will be interesting.
Dude, if they don't come to Nashville,
Why
they
have
are
they not?
losing they are losing the opportunity of a lifetime. Or if you're going to go for a whole state,
Hmm.
like with Ohio, and you don't do Tennessee, you're losing out on so much because Tennessee is a very wide state.
Yeah.
We go from Memphis to Knoxville, and it's like
Mm.
7 hours or 8 across. Okay, so you've got Memphis, that's a whole culture.
Hmm.
Nashville's its own whole culture. We have Clarksville, that's military culture. Then we have Knoxville, that's UT culture, that's Appalachia culture. We have so
Much.
much. if you guys don't do either a Love is Blind Nashville or a Love is Blind Tennessee, you're out of your minds. Stop with the Northeast.
Yeah, why haven't they, I wonder?
Chill, or the
Because
East Coast. Chill out with the East
everywhere
Coast.
everywhere else has like Married at First Sight did Tennessee, I
Chill
believe.
out with the East Coast. Come to Nashville or Tennessee.
Yeah. You know what? I love that other show. What's it called? Ultimatum. That
Haven't seen it.
show, you have to watch it. Even the Queer Ultimatum is
Mm-mm.
so good. You get so much like lesbian tea now that we're both lesbian converts,
When our husbands die.
literally. But no, yeah, I love Ultimatum. And I'm also kind of shocked because it's similar production why Love is Blind is not filmed like Ultimatum because Ultimatum is somebody comes in, they want to get married, the other partner doesn't want to get married yet, and then they separate and they date within there's like usually like five or six couples, and they have trial marriages for
Hmm.
3 weeks.
Okay.
They get back together with their other partner, they have a trial marriage. And then they make the ultimatum. They decide to propose to who they came with, go to the new person that they might have fallen in love with, or leave single.
Okay.
I love it. It is so good. And yeah, if Love is Blind leaves them, ultimatum. You can go anywhere and everywhere that you want. They did like Ultimatum Orlando, lesbian edition. That one was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. But step it up, Love is Blind. Like, come on. Step it up.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Definitely.
innovative.
You,
Get
you
out
gotta
of
do,
the
you're gonna have to do
East
something different
Coast.
here because there's too much leakage. There's too much leakage.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's ruining your vibe. But that, what a
that's
good,
all we got.
that's all we got because that's all you need.
Yeah.
We're excited for the reunion on Wednesday. I
Yes,
know
and
it's
we will
not
be
going to be as
back.
good as what we just did.
It never is.
It, it never is. But go forth into your week knowing that there could be 10% cockroach in your coffee grounds
Literally, you're welcome for that.
and that love is not blind most of the
Love is not blind.
time. Love is not blind, but we sure love watching it.
We sure do. Love you
Okay,
guys. Bye.
bye.